What the hell is that? Everyone's got a gimmick now.
As I always say, Hollywood has a Hollywood problem. The way that I word that is that some of the issues are not going to be fixed by one movie. It's not even going to be fixed with a couple of movies that maybe see a little success. They have two things going against them. You have the audience kind of being more, let's say that they don't just mindlessly go to the theater anymore. They are finding other forms of entertainment, which of course is very, you got games you have, which have, of course, overtaken box office and film and TV. More people playing games than they ever had before in terms of video games. You have that, so they're declining naturally. But on the other hand, like I said earlier, folks, they're feeling some kind of way with Hollywood. But you also have to take into consideration the more self-inflicted wounds. And I'm not talking about just in content. That's the easy stuff. The other thing, though, that we should be discussing is their budgets. They're out of control. If you've been paying any sort of attention, even with the movies that people see favorable, are not able to turn around a profit because they are spending so much money. So they're setting themselves up for failure. And sometimes you can't even understand where the money is going. As an example, not saying this simply to rag on Acolyte. I don't care if you like Acolyte or not. Not important. I think we can all agree that didn't cost $20 to $25 million an episode to make. However, they spent on that first season $180 million.
Watch out! Run!
Disney Plus is a money's pit anyway. Even if it weren't on Disney Plus, it would be very difficult for them to make that money back because they'd have to make so much money in the first place, whether it be in sales, whether it be in subscribers. They just got to make a lot of money. So they're setting themselves up for failure. Now, you could maybe make the argument that some of this has to do with pivoting. I don't know. But we do know that Captain America is going through its series of reshoots and reboots. Now, it's been reported that because of those reboots, and this is coming from Fandom Wire, some fans got to see Anthony Mackie, Sam Wilson, Harrison Ford, President Thunderbolt Ross, yada, yada, yada. However, the reports coming out from the film are not good news for Kevin Feige or Marvel. The film reportedly spent a budget of $350 to $375 million. The inflated budget comes after the extensive reshoots that were ordered after the film received terrible scores during test screening. Now, what the exact number is, we probably won't know what it is for some time. What we do know is that it's a Marvel movie, right? They already spent a significant amount of money. They've had movies that have dropped, that have lost. I mean, what was that? Captain Marvel, or with the Marvels, that damn near lost $500 million. Now, I have to say this in all of my videos. I know I repeat myself to you guys, but sometimes we have people that discover my videos and they don't seem to know how box office works. So they'll say that I'm wrong, for example, in what I just said. They'll assume that if the movie makes $350 million, which is likely, like in terms of its box office, well, that would mean that they're going to be in the green. Not how it works. You need to take into consideration that the studios do not get 100% of the ticket sales. And internationally, it's even less. If you want to say that they get 50%, whatever, just know that it's less than that if it's released internationally, okay? So they're not getting all of that. So this is why when they spend that amount of money, this basically has to become almost a billion-dollar film in order for it to even be in the black or the green, however you want to describe it. Now, I don't know why they're doing the reshoot. Some people would say, well, it was just because it's bad. That would be the obvious case. That's the easiest thing. There's this cultural shift that's especially happened, though. I don't think that Hollywood is caught up to that cultural shift because they're still dropping movies with some of the stuff that has already plagued these industry, social agendas and what have you. I don't think that has anything to do with it either. But nonetheless, it doesn't really matter. It's not important. They are reshooting it, and it's costing all this money. So even if this movie ends up dropping and they say, well, this is the greatest movie since whatever, doesn't matter. Is it going to get a return? because at that price point, the word of mouth is going to have to be so well. And again, this will have had to be the best Marvel movie of all time. And so the second and third weeks are just crazy. And it somehow makes $1 billion. That's the only way this has a chance of being in the green. I don't know what's going to happen. I do think that every outlier that you see with Disney, was this Inside Out or whatever the name of that damn movie is, that did well, outlier. I think that maybe this Deadpool movie has a chance to do well. It's still going to be an outlier. It's not something that is going to be representative of Disney, for that matter, let alone the entire industry. They have a problem. That's why I keep wording it that way. Hollywood has a Hollywood problem. Thanks for watching. Be sure to head over to Rippaverse.com to check out our comic book company. We have books, plenty of merchandise, and even some glorious animations from Rippaverse Studios.